welcome to FiddleHed Fiddle Lessons. Today we're going to do the tune Fairy Dance. It's a Celtic tune and maybe like an intermediate level tune. You have to use your pinky finger, fourth finger. See that beautiful illustration of fourth finger? This should be like a greeting in Mars. Okay, so I'm just going to play the tune. I'm going to play it sort of like a faster mid-tempo so you can kind of get a gist of the whole thing, and then I'm going to show it to you note by note, building up phrases, building up quarters, halves, then the whole thing after that. There's two parts, an A part and a B part. Listen for that. Here we go. So aside from the fact that you have to use your pinky finger in the B part, I don't think it's that hard of a tune. It might be more of a beginner tune, but there is a kind of a hard stretch you have to do in the B part from first finger to pinky. We'll get to that. We're going to start with the A part, and it kind of uses this hoedown rhythm. If you've taken any FiddleHed lessons before, you've probably heard me talk about the hoedown, long, short, short. On D string. That happens a lot in this tune. Alright, so we're going to start with this. First on E. And then we're going to do another first on E to third finger on A. And it's long, short, short. Alright? So I'm now going to cycle that for a while. If you hear it and you get it, try to play with me. All separate bows. So if you get that really solid and really grooving, the tune will become a lot easier. In general, I recommend practicing things in a looping cycle so that it become grooves, so that you can stop thinking so much about what you have to do and just play, make music. And you don't even need to know the whole tune, you just need to know that's 3 notes we just cycled. And if you get that down, you're already making music. Alright? So in the tune, in the beginning of the tune, we're going to do that twice, I think. I was wrong. We do it 3 times in the row at the beginning of the A part. Okay? So practice that. Practice doing it exactly 3 times in a row like that on your own. Maybe pause the video right now, and then after that we do this, starting second on A, going to open E, and we do that twice in a row. Here's that again. I'm just holding down the second finger, by the way. It's a good little trick, holding down second on A. That way I don't have to do as much work. Although the tricky thing is you want to make sure your fingers are leaning enough away from the E, open E, that you don't touch it. Because if that second finger touches the E, you get horrible sounds. So if you absolutely have trouble avoiding that horrible sound, then you can lift it. But if you can, train yourself to kind of position it away, it helps to have your finger very coming down on its tips versus the pad. You know, play on the tips of your fingers. So now I'm going to put together what we have so far. So this is a short little tune. That's actually the first half of the A part. Here it is again. Alright, now the second half begins in a similar way. It does that little riff only once on the second half. And then after that, we're going to kind of walk down a scale. So we're going to, after this, working on the second half, we're going to start low 2 on E and go low 2, 1, open. Okay? And then after that, we're going to do 3, 2, open on A. So far on this little thing, this little run, we have. Here's that again. And then we're going to end it with 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to put together the second half of the A part. So which starts with, and then we're going to do it without pause. One more time. Here's the first half again. Second half. Let's put them together. 3, 4. Alright, now here comes kind of a tricky thing. The endings. The first time it might be easier to think of it in terms of pickups or what leads into the next part. So, so the first time when we go to an A part, we start with this. I just find pickups hard to teach. But so we have hopefully you have that basic A part down, and then the pickup to the A part is. So the first time we do the tune, we can start like this. 1, 2, 3. And the second time, we're going to do that again. But now we're going to do something different when we go to the B part. And we're going to do this. And that sort of is the pickup to the B part. Here it is again. Alright. So it'll make more sense once we learn the B part. So I'm going to do that now. Here we go. So the B part, starting 3rd on E string. It all makes sense in the end. You'll see. Just trust me. Have faith that you're going to be just rocking this tune soon. Alright, so 3rd on E. It's a very similar like rhythm and melodic structure as the beginning of the A part. That's hoedown. Long, short, short. Okay? Try that again. That's followed by pinky to 3. That's kind of hard. Technically, I think. Here it is again. So first we had, and then we have, So if you're new to the pinky, it may be hard to reach that. You may want to lift your first finger until your fingers become more flexible when you hit it. Maybe even lift other fingers. Eventually you want to be able to work to where you don't have to lift them. Where you're flexible enough you can just reach it. But do what you can to hit that note now. So here's what we have in the tune so far, the B part. Very tricky part technically. Let's do it a few times together. Okay, after that we do this, starting low 2 on E, going to open E. Same melodic idea. Okay, now after that we're gonna do this, 3 to low 2. So we have this, then let's try that together. Again. Good, so listen. That's the first half of the B part. Let's try it together a few times. 2, 3, 4. I messed it up a little bit, let's try it again. One more time. Here it is one time really slow. 3, 4. Good, and guess what? The second half of the B part is the same as the second half of the A part. So we have, it will be. So you know the whole tune. Now let's go back to, let's put together one whole B part actually. Just listen to it once and then I'll do it again and you can play along. Here it goes. Let's do it together. 3, 4. Very good. Now we're going to talk about the pickups. The pickup to the B part is this. Alright? So that means that the first time you do the B part, you're going to start with that. The second time you do the B part, you're going to start with that. Alright? So, the B part will start. Here it comes. Pick up to the A now. Alright, so I hope that made it a little bit more sense on how the pickups work. I think ultimately the best thing for me to do to teach how the whole thing fits together is just to play the whole thing, 2 A's, 2 B's with the pickups. After the second B, I'm just going to go a little bit into the A again so you see how it connects together, and then we'll call it there. So you can use this, maybe if you haven't played it before, just listen the first time, and then you can use this as a practice track as well. I plan on putting up a play along track, which there'll be a link for below, so then that means that it'll be you'll be able to practice this tune without my visage in front of you, and you'll be able to hear it with guitar and a simple beat and play along with it. So that's a really fun way to practice all the tunes that I do. I have these play along tracks. I think it's a great idea, and they also have a steady time, so you can kind of just really stay with it. Your tempo will stay consistent. So here we go. We're going to do the whole thing. I'll count it in with the pickup. Remember, of the A part is. All right. Some of that comes on the fourth beat. 1, 2, 3. A part. And that's how it fits together. Okay, glad you made it to another FiddleHed fiddle lesson. See you next time. So long.
Thanks for watching the video.
Excellent!